Wednesday, January 31st, 2:30 p.m. Mountain Time, 2018. Some spectacular sky phenomenon to share with you guys, as this one here, the first one we're going to talk about, was just shared with me less than 30 minutes ago. My mother-in-law sent this to me via ABC News 15, Arizona. The video's out of South America in Brazil. I'm assuming this was taken today. That is probably the finest example I've ever seen of this phenomenon, ever, at least with regard to the vivid color. Look at that. Almost looks fluorescent. If I can get it to stop. Let's make that thing stop. Let's go back. Look at that. Look at how vivid those are. And I haven't done anything with this video. I'm just sharing it with you exactly as it was sent to me. But that is pretty remarkable. Look at that. I would say that there's a little more going on here than just ordinary ice crystals, but they're actually calling this a cloud, or it's an iridescence cloud. And here's some examples of the phenomenon. You can see it on soap bubbles. You can see it on fuel. That's what I'm saying. It's got to be associated with something more than just the angle and shape of ice crystals. That is an exceptional example of that phenomenon. Very dark or deep dark colors that are almost fluorescent in nature. Very cool. So thank you, Magpie, for sharing that with us. We really appreciate it. That's the good guys and gals over there at Valley Wide. Here's a quick pic I took of the eclipse this morning. I've got several pictures. I was up bright and early, and the skies out here in Arizona were very good for viewing the eclipse. In fact, it was the best one I've ever seen. So I've got quite a few pictures to share with you guys. I'm going to put them in video format, or I may just do a video. We'll see, but going to put that together later. And here is another rare phenomenon that was sent to me. It's photographed a while back, but this is from South Padre Island, Texas. And the person that took the photograph had never seen anything like this before. It's Nicole from South Padre Island, Texas. When I first looked at this, I honestly didn't really know what to think either. It looks like a albino rainbow. It's a rainbow with no color. Doesn't seem to be a whole lot of activity in the sky with respect to rain or anything like that, but what this is actually called is a fog bow, and you can kind of see fog in the background. And occasionally, I was not really an expert on rainbows, so to speak, or fog bows, but sometimes a fog bow can be white. It's basically a rainbow without color. But I will say this, most of the information that I did retrieve on this phenomenon of white rainbows doesn't go back too far. You know, it only goes back a couple of years, maybe to 2016. I'm not saying that these things have not been observed prior to that, but most of the information that I researched wasn't very old. So I'm not saying that the phenomenon is not that old, but it's kind of new to me, and it was new to the viewer that took the photograph that lives here by the water in South Padre Island. And I also shared this with a professional photographer who lives near the water on the East Coast, our friend Axel, and he had never seen this either. So kind of interesting. I'm not saying that this is anything new or revolutionary. I'm just saying it's odd. You don't see albino rainbows very often, but here you do, out of South Texas. All right, guys, I'm going to put together this eclipse video and get that up, but fascinating skies out of South America. Almost fluorescent looking clouds. Thanks for watching, guys, and be safe out there.